So you might have heard of Remine at this point, either through your association, through your MLS, through another realtor, or wherever you get your real estate news. But you just don't know what it is and how to get started. So today I want to give you a quick startup guide so you understand Remine and how to leverage it for your business. Let's begin. Hey, it's Jaime. If we're just meeting, welcome to the channel that brings actionable content to grow your business through online marketing. So if that sounds beneficial, consider subscribing. So you might have heard of Remine at this point, either through your association, through your MLS, through another realtor, or wherever you get your real estate news. But you just don't know what it is and how to get started. Question of the day, are you using Remine in your business? Let me know in the comment section down below. Alright, so first let's understand what Remine is, and what better way of doing that than by going directly to their website. So let's see what we have here. Remine for agents. So Remine Agent Pro is a modern MLS tool for agents to wow their clients, increase visibility for consumers, and efficiency in transactions. Don't miss out on the digital journey land grab. That didn't help out at all. Okay, so what do we get? All right, so that'll be better shown as we go through Remine, and I highlight the different aspects of Remine. But essentially, Remine is something that you have access to thanks to the MLS. So think of Remine as a Zillow, but in a good way, where they're taking information from the MLS and is able to integrate the MLS information into the software. But in addition to that, Remine gives you a ton of data about properties and individuals. So it gives you a property's characteristics, like if it has a pool, if it has 2 stories, the number of beds, the number of baths. So you're able to search on homes or search for homes based off of an MLS type search, but also has a lot of information about the consumer, has a lot of information about the property owners. It lets you know who owns property, the mortgage that they have, the interest rate that they have, if it was purchased via cash, and different aspects of that, which we'll go through in a couple of seconds. So that's what Remine does. Now that's information for the agent, but Remine also has a lot of information for the consumer, as in all fairness, it did say increased visibility to consumers. So from the consumer side, a client is now able to log into Remine thanks to you. So you're the person that gives them access to it, and they're able to search through Remine and have a lot of information, similar information that you have, but has a lot of information for them. Now, you as the agent, you're going to have a lot more information from the beginning, but they have additional information as well, which the consumer experience is pretty good based off of the feedback that I'm receiving from my clients. All right, so we do want to get this this train going, so let's go over to Remine. So you have the daily, which is basically any card that you want to add. So you see Twitter, listing updates, Engage, which is client Engage, which is the front-facing side of Remine, but we'll get into that in a few seconds. Your listings, the market polls, safe searches, property notifications. So you can create this as you want. So I only have listing updates and market polls in this right here. So what we're going to do is go to search, where you're going to spend most of your time in search. On the left-hand side, you can have information about property owners and the property, which you see here, the property values, building types, land use. So you're able to filter based off of what you're searching for. So if you're looking for properties in Arlington, Texas, you can go to there and it'll highlight that the city that you're looking for, and you want a property value of 250 to 500, and it gives you all of the properties, whether they're on the MLS or not, meaning whether they're being sold or not. It gives you that information, so you see a ton of results right here. Now I'm not gonna go into every single one of these at detail, because we are under a time constraint, but just to understand that's where you would go to do that. And then you can add some additional filters based off of what we were mentioning at the beginning, the number of beds, the stories with pools, or anything that has to do more, which is MLS related. So you have that information right there. So you're able to combine the consumer data with the property data and don't have to go to any other website in order to obtain that. You don't have to go to property records, or you don't have to purchase data to have their contact information. This is right here. So the best way to illustrate that is by just clicking on one of the profiles, and you see all of the information that comes along with the profile. So here you see some basic information. You see who is the owner, you see the address, 3 beds, 2 bath, when it was sold, days on market that it was sold. You have all of the information, and they've condensed this quite a bit, where it used to be just something, an eternal long list, but now you can navigate it through. If you want the valuation, you go right there. They used to have Zillow in addition to these 3, but they no longer have that, and I believe that went away at the latter part of 2019. So you have at least 3 different sources to give you an average valuation that they're showing on their website. The public record, so all of the information of what's being taxed, how much is being taxed, and all of the information when it comes to that. Schools, you would see the schools, you see the student to teacher ratio, you see their ranking based off of, I believe, who is it? Might be schools.com. I don't remember who it is. Demographics, you see the demographics in the neighborhood. So it gives you a good idea if it's a neighborhood that is friendly towards children or has a lot of children, if you will. The graduation status right there, or the percentage of people that graduated from college. One quick favor before continuing, please be sure to hit the like button so this video's reach is magnified and others benefit. Also, don't forget to check out my free courses, link in description. Property history, so you see when it was bought, when it was sold, and the mortgages attached to it. Whoops. Property history, so you see mortgage right there, and I keep misclicking. All right, so you see the mortgage information, taxes, assessments, and all that fun stuff, and then the associated people. So you have here, this one does not have their contact information, but a good amount of the property owners do. So you're gonna have their phone numbers, their emails, and any social media attached to them, as long as they've made it public and are using the same email to do that. But this is basically what you have whenever you click on a property. It doesn't matter whether it's on market or not on the market. You have this type of information in front of you. So let's go back to search. You can create lists as you deem fit. So if you're farming a particular area, you can just highlight the neighborhood that you want, select all, and then create a cart. Create a cart right there, which are basically saved searches. And when you go to carts, you're going to have them all populate up here. So you have various different carts here. It's at this point that you can export the data for your benefit, whatever you want to do with it, whether you want to upload it onto Facebook and run ads to it, which I do have a video on that, and I'll make sure to link that at the end. And also you can send mailers directly from here. So you can select all of the properties that populate here and then send mailers directly from a third-party website that they use. I believe it's Rocket Print and Mail, which is super beneficial. And then with Client Engage, you have the conversations, the people that are on Client Engage, they do have to create a profile, and that profile is one that is tied to you. So you're always going to have access to them. And you can invite them to step 1, which step 1 is a free credit report that they have access to thanks to you. So you're able to provide that service, that value add for them to sign up with you or sign up and have access to the MLS, have access to that free credit report, and have access to all of the information or a good amount of the information that you have. So this is something that is a super cool. Client Engage is the front-facing side of Remine. Just think of it that way. Then you have the chats that you can have. You can have chats with the people that sign up to your Client Engage. I don't use this all that much. I just text, but this is something that you can certainly do if you would like. You upload all of your contacts right here and keep track of them this way. So think of it as a mini CRM. This doesn't have all of the features of a CRM. I don't necessarily use it in that regard. In the future, I do suspect that Remine may beef up that side of their business, but right now this is that's not it. But this is a good way for you to track people and invite everybody to step 1 for that free credit report. And then documents, it's their document management site. I believe they purchased the company and then brought it in-house. So it's pretty cool. This isn't them starting from scratch. This is something from them purchasing a company and then bringing it in and making it an extension of Remine. So here you have a digital signer. So if you're accustomed to Dotloop, if you're accustomed to DocuSign or any digital signature platforms, this is basically the same thing. You can upload your documents and then send them out for digital signatures. And that's what the document part right here, which took us to another website, does. So this is basically Remine in a nutshell. Well, now that you know more about Remine, you might also be interested in generating real estate leads for $2. And I have that video right here, so take a look and see how to generate leads for cheap. And if you found value today, please be sure to subscribe so we can talk again soon.